brown-eyed girl, shy la la la, ooh my shoe, you're so shy, brown-eyed girl, moose girl, you are beautiful. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Strong.Sistas YouTube channel. If you guys have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. We very much appreciate it. In today's vlog, we'll be doing a carnivore diet, full day of eating, showing you guys the 2 meals that we will be having. Very bumpin' indeed, because today is our nose to tail feast day. So we're gonna keep Platter 1 pretty simple and then do a ultra special nose to tail feast for Platter number 2. And we'll show you guys both of those. We're also just gonna discuss a little bit about the steps that we've taken since starting carnivore to just be a little bit more sustainable. So this is our quest to become more sustainable carnivores. We are in no way perfect, very far from perfect, but pretty proud of some of the steps that we've made since then. I have really good mental energy, very happy mood today, and I'm trying to put it on you. Take this energy, put it into your day, have a good day. I've been practicing a lot of visualization. So in any moments of the day where I have like negative thoughts or like, wow, I don't want to be doing this right now, I take a moment to practice some visualization, to think about some things in the future. It sounds silly and like woo-woo, but it's been really helping me, and I have a pretty... Sarah just asked what I've been thinking about. So one example today is so what I was visualizing today was I can't wait to have a really big backyard area for all 3 of our kids, our doggos, to run around in. So they can be like, they can have a dog park to themselves. I think that they would really enjoy that, especially Miss Marshmallow, who just loves sprinting. So I'm visualizing having that huge backyard as part of our farm, fenced in for the dogs, and them just running around, being crazy and enjoying it. So that's my visualization for today, and it sounds so silly, but it's been great. So before showing you guys our meals, we're starting our morning off at the gym per usual. Today we've got a B cube lift, so back, booty, biceps, let's hit it.
Feel uninvited, left home in West LA, I'm not excited, so uninspired, on my way to play the bay while you're alone. This girl's a wonder, she loves me, yeah, she needs to know I love her. I wonder if we'll make it through this summer, just wanna touch like back when we were younger, yeah. Why don't you love me, love me, love me, touch me, touch me, touch me no more. Why don't you love me, love me, love me, touch me, touch me, touch me no more. Love me, love me, love me, touch me, touch me, touch me.
Back from the gym, gonna whip up a quick Platter number 1. Let's get cooking. So here we have Platter number 1. There are 2 of these, one for Say, one for myself. So we've got some meat from the beef shank soup bone, lightly seared beef liver in our homemade raw butter, a sunny side up chicken boob, and wiggly jiggly duck broth. All right, let's eat, yo. So we're going to talk about some things on our quest to be more sustainable that we've incorporated into our carnivore lifestyle. Some changes that we've made since starting carnivore. Yeah, we came from a vegan-esque background, so of course the environment and animal welfare has always been really important to us. So we were trying to figure out as we went on how to incorporate this same passion into a animal heavy based diet, and it's totally possible. So here's just some things that we consider when going about this lifestyle. First one being sourcing from a great farm. Obviously, we've talked about this a lot in the last videos that we've done, but we really prioritize now sourcing from a regenerative, small, local farmer or somebody who is taking care of their land. If you don't have a local farmer near you, then places that ship like White Oak Pastures or other larger regenerative farms are available, and I really would recommend trying to source from them if possible. So when we first started out, like we've said multiple times now, we did Butcher Box and we just bought grocery store meat that we didn't really know where it came from, and I would argue that that is not the most environmentally friendly option, or it's not the best option if you do care about animal welfare. If you're coming to carnivore just for health reasons and the environment and sustainability isn't a priority to you, that's totally fine for you. But again, like I said, if you feel deeply in your heart that you really do care about animal welfare and sustainability for the environment, definitely pay attention to where you're sourcing your meat from. The second thing that we've kind of changed since starting carnivore, so we definitely started with mainly eating beef, right? So not really eating any other animal besides eggs.
You did some chicken.
Yeah, but now we definitely take more of like a all animals are welcome approach, and so we think that it's a little bit more sustainable to eat a wide array of animals, because if we all just ate beef, I don't know if that would be very sustainable.
Ashley's been really passionate about getting into polyspecies raising.
Yes.
So I know she'll even go about it.
We'll do a whole video about that, but I think that it's really cool if you think about evolutionarily, like every single animal plays a super important role in repairing and regenerating the soil. And so by including all these different animal parts, you can honor all that they're doing for the soil.
Yeah, that goes hand in hand with eating nose to tail too. If you're eating more parts of the animal, there's less going to waste. It's quite a simple concept.
So that brings us to number 3.
Oh, eating more nose to tail. So if you are buying some beef, consider getting like a full or half cow and asking for those off parts, because you're gonna just be forced to experiment with cuts that you wouldn't normally find at the grocery store, or that you probably wouldn't choose just firsthand because you're not used to these parts. Like what we've got cooking today, tongue. Totally random cut, but super delicious and provides different nutrients, and it's more sustainable because sustainable on many different levels. One, it's cost friendly.
Yes.
So for your budget, it's more sustainable. And two, I don't know, it might have just gone to waste or be ground up into pet food, and those are some nutrients that we could totally enjoy. Sure, I'll give it to my dogs too, but give it a shot.
It's also truly beautiful to honor everything that the animal did during its life by not letting any part of that animal go to waste. So it's sustainable on the letting nothing go to waste side, but also on the wallet side, because
The wallet side.
those off parts are definitely cheaper than like ribeyes on ribeyes on ribeyes.
Yeah, and so another thing, this is I guess 4, would be how can you use the rest of what you're eating throughout the rest of your life? So like, I just said that in a really horrible way, but what I mean is, are there any other elements of the animal that you can use if this animal was raised properly in your life to reduce waste? So things like your leather bag.
Considering household items.
Yeah, considering household items. Your leather bag, for example. Could you possibly source that leather from a regenerative farm who is taking a zero waste model and not letting their own cattle hide go to waste? So White Oak Pastures has been a great example for us to learn all about this. They make bags, wallets, belts, dog collars out of their cattle hide. They also make dog treats out of the hide. So they really emphasize not letting any part of it go to waste.
Plus, on carnivore, we all really care about the nutrients that we're putting in our mouth. And something that we didn't realize in the beginning of starting this carnivore journey was your skin is your largest organ. And so things that you put on your skin can also get inside your body. So we are very plant-based in terms of all of our skincare, and we've noticed a huge difference shifting from plant-based skincare to now tallow-based skincare. It's been amazing.
I have something to say about the plant-based vegan skincare. So a lot of vegan products are sustainable. The ones that are like really considering the regenerative side of things too, and not sourcing from overseas or monocrops things. But a lot of other brands don't really consider the monocropping and the potential downfalls of soy production, etc. And they're just stamping on like a not tested on animals, animal welfare approved stamp on their product, when sure, maybe it wasn't tested on animal, but that doesn't mean that it's sustainable. So they're getting away. It's kind of probably the same thing with like the labeling in the beef industry. They could potentially be getting away with less than sustainable practices by putting vegan or animal welfare approved stamps on their products. And so I know that we were totally using, like, if I'm in the grocery store aisle and I see a face wash that's like vegan, no animals harmed. I'm like, yep, that's the one that I want. Like, that's just kind of the background that I came from. But then I look more into the company and I'm just like, there's nothing that outstanding about their practices.
And now we have a different mindset on skincare.
Yeah.
So if you think about a cow is very fat, like very large belly. And so a lot of the time that fat on the cow goes to waste. But instead, if you buy these skincare items that are made from tallow from the cow, you're not letting that go to waste, and you're supporting regenerative agriculture. There are quite a few companies that are now making tallow-based skincare.
It's really cool. White Oak Pastures obviously is the one that we're using, and we've been on that skincare routine for what, like three weeks now? Almost a month. And
glow? Do you see the tallow glow?
I haven't had like seriously one zit or pimple pop up. I would kind of commonly get like a pimple, usually like in the crevice of my nose, because I'm not that good at washing my face after the gym. Overall, your skin health is going to depend on your diet. So being on carnivore, you're already optimizing that. But I have really noticed less crustiness using the tallow. Like, my skin's always nourished. I've really enjoyed it.
Well, you really could be irritating your skin by putting some plant parts on it that your body may not tolerate.
Yeah.
And it's something that we just did not consider in the beginning.
True. So White Oak Pastures has an awesome line.
Let's show a few of the items that we've been using.
You can get, okay, hold on. This is the White Oak Pasture tallow based body wash, and I've been using it as a face wash as well. And so it's made with tallow, it's got olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil, and I've noticed that I think it's the castor oil and a little bit of the peppermint-esque, but my face comes out of washing it like squeaky clean, feeling like
so fresh, so
there's
clean.
like mints, someone's blowing their minty fresh breath at my face, and I love it. So I've really enjoyed this.
We've also been using the tallow lip balm from White Oak Pastures. The label got a little bit messed up, but there have been no more crustiness around these lips no more.
Nuh-uh. And then just another awesome product is the tallow candles.
One thing people do not realize is how unsustainable other candles are. They're made from hydrogenated soybean oil, so that's from requires a lot of soybean monocropping, or paraffin wax, which is a petroleum derivative, so like fossil fuels on fossil fuels. This is such a more sustainable option, made from tallow, White Oak Pastures, and they do a really good job with the scents.
Which one's this?
Caramel popcorn, if you're looking for a scent.
We did an entire video about the products, the tallow-based products from White Oak Pastures, so I'll link that in the description below if you are interested. We are affiliates at White Oak Pastures. If you do happen to get any of these products, you can use code Strong.Sistas. Okay, another amazing product from White Oak Pastures. I was talking about using the entire cattle, so the hide, the leather. They do awesome leather goods. So this is the pouches that we've now been wearing.
New sustainable swag right here.
Yes, and they're incredibly cute. So they're extremely well put together. The craftsmanship here is real. What's awesome is
they've got their little logo.
Yeah. So we got something ready in the kitchen. What's really cool is when we were able to visit White Oak Pastures, we got to see their workshop, their leather workshop, which you can check out the White Oak Pastures Zero Waste video that we did, where we showed you all of their practices. I'll put the link to that in the description below. But we know exactly who made this pouch. The woman there, his name is Amber. She's awesome at what she does. She takes great care to do some sweet lines, and I just think this is awesome. I wish I could make something like this. And so we know exactly who's making it, we know exactly where it's coming from, and we know why it's being made. So I just think that's so cool. I definitely feel like a better sense. This one's not mine, mine's a darker brown. But I just feel like more connected to everything that I've been doing and using because I know where it's coming from.
Living and breathing nose to tail. The White Oak Pastures doesn't offer all skincare items, so we started to look at some other companies because we want to use all of our skincare items being animal-based. So we found Perma Earth, which is a super awesome company, and we were able to kind of finish off our skincare items by sourcing from them as well. And we haven't yet tried all of these. We'll do a full update in a few weeks after sourcing them, and we want to show you guys. They're super fun.
I am a sucker for things that are cute. So if you go to our website, you'll see like these shampoo bars and conditioner bars, and they're in shapes with colors. So it's literally the most adorable thing. This one's Sugar Plum Fairy, and it's a multi-purpose shampoo and body wash. And then they've got these conditioner bars. They've got fragrance-free ones. They've got ones with fragrances. Obviously, everything is small batched, homemade,
sourced from local pastured regenerative farms,
and fair trade ingredients, organic, and the main ingredient is grass-fed buttermilk or grass-fed lard. So I think that's, or pasture-raised lard.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
So we've got shampoo and conditioner, and then we're also trying out their deodorant, which is cool.
I can't help but be a girl and like want these like extremely cute things. Like this totally looks vegan, but it's plant-based, or sorry, it's animal-based, and that's hilarious to me.
And then their Dream Cream Whipped Tallow, which apparently serves as both like a makeup remover and just like as a moisturizer, and it smells like I would eat this tub.
Oh yeah. And then another exciting thing is this perfume. So we just got little sample ones. I'm not a big fan of putting scents on my body. A lot of people will argue that there's some like estrogenic effects or properties of putting scents on. And I would agree with that. But if I'm like trying to spice up my atmosphere around me, I would rather use something like this than a random body spray from like Bed Bath and Beyond. I always say the wrong one. What is it called? Body Works?
Bath and Body Works. So now we pretty much have all of our like skincare items sourced from like mainly animal ingredients, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, we just wanted to update you.
Yeah.
We'll let you know in a full video how these Perma Earth products are.
Yeah.
Haven't done like full experiment with them yet. Just how cute.
Stay tuned.
How cute.
All right, it's time to make, speaking of incorporating more of like a nose to tail approach, it is time to make our nose to tail feast, Bumpin' Platter number 2. So more along the lines of sustainability, there's definitely a right and a wrong way on both sides of the spectrum, right? On both the vegan and the carnivore side. And in terms of the vegan side, this idea of having access to produce all year round is just kind of mind-blowing, mind-boggling, and just doesn't necessarily follow along with actually what is happening. And it puts just improper and unnatural demands on the soil. So on Instagram today, we posted the journey of a banana. And so we are not referring to like organic and regenerative agriculture practices. We're referring to a lot of the monocropping that's happening to be able to supply bananas all across the world at all moments of time, at all months of the year. So we'll pop up our Instagram post today. So in this Instagram post, we show the different steps of the journey of a banana. So first, obviously it's grown in these monocropping fields that requires a lot of pesticide use and involves a lot of underpaid employees. This type of practice leads to soil degradation, loss of biodiversity, water pollution, and habitat loss. Then these bananas are picked before they are ripe, and then they are transported in large ships and stored in these refrigeration containers as it's brought to the US. So that just requires a lot of fossil fuels. Then in the third step, the bananas are brought to these ripening centers, and this requires that the ventilation, temperature, and humidity is very tightly controlled. And then they are ripened in these centers by emitting ethylene gas. And finally, after being in these ripening centers, they're brought to the supermarket and unpacked, shelved, and sold to the consumers. But the consumers don't see all these steps, they just see the final banana there. And then this is in comparison to the journey of a steak from a local farmer, which really only requires 3 steps. And then the final slide of our Instagram post, it's a report, the external cost of banana production, a global study. So it kind of lists some of the environmental costs involved with producing bananas, such as land occupation, climate change, water depletion, and then also the social costs. So the insufficient wages and social security for the hired workers, and insufficient incomes for the small producers and their families. So unfortunately, the true cost of banana production is not reflected in the really cheap price that's offered at supermarkets. The cost of this type of monocropping is really a cost of the soil, right? And so it's not a problem if you eat produce. We always just advise and suggest you try to eat your produce, you source it locally and in season. That's always a good tip. Something that we did not do in the past, something that we will do in the future as we experiment with adding some seasonal produce, always remaining animal-based, but sprinkle of seasonal produce.
Nope. No. Look who showed up today. Tobias' cousin back in town. He got some unfinished business to do with Mr. Gus. Here he comes. Yup. You tell him.
Come on, Gus.
Gus, you tell him. You walk right over him. Tobias' cousin. You about to show him the business.
Okay.
You tell him, Gus.
Gus.
Yep. You not welcome right here no more. No. No. Yep. Yeah. No. No. Tobias cousin up to no good. Okay. Ma. Yep. You told him.
I see what you're twerking with.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at his hips.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
You make me
Go
smile.
ahead, be gone with it.
Go there, child.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy on.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy
Go
on.
ahead, be gone with it.
Get your sexy on.
Be gone with it.
Get your sexy on.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Yeah. Up that beef tongue 2 ways, so we just slice them into some circles, and then we've got some shredded over here. It shreds so wonderfully. It's such a fatty, tender meat that it literally just spreads apart.
Barbacoa, it looks like barbacoa. The final bumpin' platters. So on this plate, we've got some of these sliced beef tongue, raw beef suet, thinly sliced sirloin tip roast, just lightly seared on both sides, 2 sausages that we made from a previous sausage Saturday.
They're beef and lamb.
Beef and lamb, and then this is a ground beef spleen, and then there's some herbs in there, mashed, like a little monster mash. She did the mash. She did the monster mash. Okay, and then a side serving of our carnivore ice cream. Link to this video in the description below. This is full-on carnivore. Look at this baby. Give it a moment of silence. All right, it is indeed time to eat, yo.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We are far from perfect on the whole sustainability aspect of it, but we're just on this journey to become more sustainable, so we're sharing everything.
For example, like where did these clothes come from?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Maybe in a future vlog you'll see us knitting our own clothes.
If we could learn how to knit, that would be lovely. We do not know how to knit, but we'll get there maybe. Yeah, so while you're here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so we can stay in touch. But until the next video, behave like an angel.